How about I show you how to make my other grandmother, the one I call Nannaw, my dad's mom, her chocolate cream cheese icing. One of the things she was known for was her layer cake, chocolate layer cake with chocolate cream cheese icing, because she added something a little different than what most people add. I don't have very many recipes from my Nannaw, and I regret that. But one of the ones I do have is this recipe here. And that's the reason when you see me making recipes that my other grandmother had, I do that because I made a point of learning how to make her recipes before she passed. I wish I had done this with this grandmother. But anyways, today we're gonna make her chocolate cream cheese icing. So you're gonna start with 1 stick of butter. I'm using unsalted today. You could use salted. She used whatever she had. And you need 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Go ahead and let that kind of mix together. Okay, since it's softened, it doesn't take that long for it to combine. Then I'm just going to use this and I'm going to go around the sides because you know how it can be sometimes with your mixer. Next thing, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Go ahead and give that a stir. Okay, next, I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. You can add more, you can add less. But hers was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give that a stir. And once you've kind of brought that together, go ahead and scrape down the sides again. We're going to start adding powdered sugar. She used 4 cups. She alternated it with a little bit of sweetened condensed milk. That's what she did differently that a lot of people don't do when they make icing. But she did. So we're just going to put a little bit of this in. And usually, you know, it can be 2 to 3 tablespoons if you want, or up to half a can. It depends on the consistency you want, how many layers you have, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to put a little. Give it another stir. Add the first cup of powdered sugar. Give it a stir. Add in a little more sweetened condensed milk. That's about 2 tablespoons right there. Give it a stir. Or that was 8 tablespoons. I put 2 tablespoons in so far. Let's go ahead and put in the second cup of powdered sugar. Give it a stir. Maybe another tablespoon of sweetened condensed milk. It's coming together. Go ahead and give it the 3rd cup of powdered sugar. Stir some more. I can also make my Nannaw's yeast rolls and kind of a version of her potato soup and her chicken and dressing, thanks to my cousin Barbara who gave me that recipe. But those are the only recipes I have of hers, so I do cherish those recipes and I enjoy making them. It reminds me of her because there are so many times growing up or even as an adult, if I went in her house, she would have a chocolate cake sitting on the counter. She always had something on the counter in case someone dropped by to visit. And she always had coffee ready to go too. I think a lot of that came from being a child in the Depression and always wanting to have something because everyone was kind of in the same boat, struggling. And so they always had something that they could give people when they came to their homes. And that's where she got that. Put in your last cup of powdered sugar. And I'm just going to go ahead and add in a little bit more of the sweetened condensed milk, maybe another tablespoon. And there you have it. Ignore the little bit that's still on the beater that needed to be beat together. But this is what it looks like. And that's enough to cover a 2-layer, 9-inch layers cake. Here's the funny thing about that cake. My grandmother always, when it would come out of the oven, she would poke holes in it and she would pour some Eagle brand milk, as we called it in the South, or sweetened condensed milk, into it so it would seep into the layers. Well, it tasted great combined with the frosting. However, because she put it in there when it was still hot, when she would put the layers together, the layers split. So most of the time her cake was split right in the middle on the top. And we just always felt like, you know what, it wouldn't be her cake if it didn't do that. So even now it makes me smile. So I hope you enjoy my Nannaw's chocolate cream cheese icing that she put on her chocolate cake using the sweetened condensed milk.